There exists within us a sacred chamber of silence, a sanctuary away from the turbulent whirlwind of thoughts that often engulfs our conscious mind. Like the quiet stillness of a pristine lake in the early morning hours. Imagine, it holds the power of pure awareness, untainted by the noise of incessant thoughts. And this silent space is not void or absent of significance, but rather brimming with profound tranquility and wisdom. It is in this serene, quiet emptiness where the churning waves of our minds calm to a mere ripple, that we truly find our spiritual essence. Emptiness of the mind is a path to fresh beginnings. In our life, our thoughts often play the loudest instruments, conducting a concert of self-constructed narratives. They multiply and divide our responses and shape our reality, often so quietly that we believe them to be the absolute truth. Yet, it is essential to understand that thoughts are merely projections of our mind and not the absolute reality. And as Marcus Aurelius astutely remarked, he says, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This spiritual lesson to emptying our minds, thus, does not denote a renunciation of thinking or a pursuit of mindlessness. No, instead, it encourages a form of mindful non-attachment, an understanding that we are not our thoughts, and the ability to let them pass like clouds across the sky without allowing them to obscure our inner light. And here's the affirmation for you to reflect upon. Today, I choose to release the thoughts that no longer serve me, making room for peace and clarity. I acknowledge my thoughts without judgment, allowing them to flow freely without holding on to them. You will realize that to empty the mind is to create a sacred space of tranquility within ourselves, wherein we can focus on the heart's wisdom. And this act invites a spiritual rebirth, a chance to start fresh with a clean slate, to travel the world not from a place of fear or desire, but from the pristine clarity of loving awareness. In the words of Socrates, he says, I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. Encouraging the mind to think and then guiding it towards silence is not an act of contradiction, but a spiritual journey. It is a slow gliding between the mind's need to make sense of the world and the heart's deep understanding of our connections with all that exists. A mind devoid of nonsensical thoughts is not empty, but full of serenity, full of wisdom, and so much potential. For as Lao Tzu quoted, he says, in the pursuit of knowledge, every day something is added. In the everyday, something is dropped. Herein lies the paradox and the beauty of spiritual wisdom. The more we learn to let go of our thoughts, the more we gain in wisdom and in peace. Emptiness is not a state of nothingness. It is a state of potentiality, of infinite possibilities. It is in this spiritual void that the seed of consciousness sprouts, flourishing into a tree of wisdom, bearing the fruits of love, of compassion and understanding. Emptiness, thus, is a womb of creation, the canvas on which the masterpiece of our lives is painted. and always ready to be filled with new, vibrant colors of experiences. So close your eyes for a moment. Close them. Imagine then, if you will, a clear, clean canvas, and off the side, a clean jar with new paintbrushes. Start new, start fresh, and start over. We empty our minds. Our journey to inner peace requires bravery and patience. It is not just about seeking calm, but also confronting what makes us uneasy, confronting them head on. All our fears, our doubts, and insecurities. Picture these unsettling thoughts as leaves falling into a brook, slowly drifting away with the current, taking away their burden. This act of release, this surrender, is part of the process. It is a revolutionary journey that, once we allow it to happen, really truly opens our hearts to a whole new perspective. It reveals to us the incredible beauty and wonder that life holds. An inspiring garden within, often missed when our minds are so clouded. And most importantly, it brings us into the present moment, reminding us of the powerful truth that we exist right here, right now, in this moment, perfectly poised and ready to start new. To empty our minds is to surrender to the divine, to yield to the wisdom of the universe that runs through us, and to recognize our role as part of an infinite cosmic orchestra. And this recognition illuminates our connections with each other, the profound realization that we are not solitary beings cast adrift, but harmonious notes in a grand symphony. The Ethiopian Bible reminds us of the power of the mind, and I quote, "As a person thinks in their heart, so are they." And this profound insight reminds us that our thoughts shape our reality, and that the mind, with its incredible potential, holds the key to our transformation. And here is the affirmation. In the silence of my mind, I connect with the wisdom of my heart, listening to its guiding whispers. When the mind is cleared of nonsensical thoughts, it becomes like a still pond, capable of perfectly reflecting the full moon of truth. In this state of quietude, the heart emerges as a sovereign, guiding us with wisdom so very profound and love so deep that it pales the flickering candle of rational thought. The heart knows things that the mind can only dream of understanding. The power of the heart's wisdom is beautifully encapsulated by Blaise Pascal when he said, quote, "The heart has its reasons, of which reason knows nothing." Let us then empty our minds. Let us allow our hearts to lead us, for the heart knows and the heart understands. When you listen to your heart, you listen to the wisdom of your soul. When you listen to your mind, you listen to the world. When we dare to think with the heart, a shift occurs within us. The heart, the seat of our deepest emotions, holds a wisdom that surpasses the limitations of our rational mind. It speaks in whispers, in the language of love and authenticity, unlike the mind, which can be clouded by fear and doubt. The heart remains steadfast in its truth. It reminds us that we are beings of love, here to connect and uplift others and ourselves first and foremost. When we really listen to the whispers of our heart, we align with our divine essence and experience the incredible power of unconditional love. Love for ourselves first and foremost, and then love for others. So emptying the mind is similar to the process of creating a masterpiece. The artist first must prepare a blank canvas. In the same way, we must clear our mental space, clearing the clutters completely, providing a blank canvas for our heart's wisdom to paint its masterstroke. And as we journey into this spiritual practice, we discover, or rather rediscover, that our mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. This revelation carries with it an invitation to let go of our old, worn-out thoughts and beliefs, like the old shoes that have holes that tread on smaller gravel that pinch our feet. You see, those no longer serve our highest good, and we must kindle the fire of awareness. We must kindle the fire of compassion and universal love. So let me share with you a humble offering, a poem born of this meditation on emptying the mind. Close your eyes and listen with your heart. In the silence of the soul, the mind finds its rest, unburdened by thought, in tranquility dressed. Like a placid lake under the moon's tender light, in the realm of the heart, the mind takes its flight. The world of thought is a confounding maze. The heart's wisdom, a clear, open gaze. In the empty mind, truth takes its stand. Guided by the heart, a magnificent ensemble. Dear God, lead me to the sacred tranquility of an empty mind, unclouded by the illusions of thought. Guide me to find my sanctuary in Thee, where I shed the trappings of fear and doubt, and awaken to Thy radiant love. Bless me with the wisdom to discern, the courage to let go, and the faith to surrender to the luminous expanse of my heart, thus finding my path to Thee. Amen. If this message or other messages in the podcasts have inspired you, then please share them with your circle, helping to heal our world, one person, one message at a time.